Okay, since I forgot to videotape my presentation today, I want to go through just a brief summary of what I talked about at the RISE conference. We were asked to come back and present. We presented last year, and obviously our presentation was liked by many because they asked us to come back. So we did prepare for about 50 people. We had actually 38 people sign up, but they changed our time from 2:30 to 3 because the space in the Civic Center, they didn't have enough room to hold the different people for each session. So they just had to figure things out. And unfortunately, our session was in the middle of two different sessions. So we actually had less people, but it's okay because there were people like waiting outside the door. They were eager to hear us, and we had just the best audience. So I'm very appreciative. Basically, we discussed passing the baton, sharing what works, inspiring what's next. And what we basically focused on is recruitment and onboarding, staff wellness, and I did the staff wellness part in recognition. Melvin Ingram, our assistant superintendent, he actually focused on the safety aspect of things, and threats, anything dealing with safety. He is our assistant superintendent of safety and support, so his focus was more on the safety side. He talked about safety prep and threat response. He talked about community partnerships, and we basically made a lot of connections to a race. We are Team RCS, Team Richmond County Schools. Of course, we use the phrase better together. Inspiring excellence, those are our key terms in Richmond County. But we discussed all the great things that's happening in Richmond County. I'm very proud to be the Executive Director of Human Resources because I am so focused and so intentional about showing people that I care about them and making sure that I'm telling the good news that's happening in our county. I am very, very intentional. We have a wonderful leadership team. I love the superintendent. He is amazing. He is truly dedicated to Richmond County Schools, and that's always a plus. We have an amazing Board of Education. We have some awesome staff. Of course, we have some staff members that we have to really put things in place for. We have those tough conversations with whatever we have to do to make our employees better. That's what we focus on. Everybody has room to grow, but our main goal is to make sure people feel valued, make sure people feel a part of a team, make sure people know that we care about them. That culture of care is so relevant in Richmond County. And no matter what, we want to make people feel valued. And so that's like our number one goal. And we discussed like the strategic plan for human resources. I actually gave them a copy of the strategic plan for human resources. Our strategic plan guides everything we do as far as human resources go. We actually refer back to the strategic plan because we want to make sure we focus on our goals. One of our goals was to have an 85% retention rate, and guess what? This year we had a 93% retention rate. So we're really proud of that goal and what we accomplished. Like I said, we're still working towards all the goals in our strategic plan and adding goals as needed. We take a lot of direction from the superintendent, because when the superintendent came to Richmond County, he did a listening and learning tour. So with that information, we took back pieces of information to make sure we focus on to make Richmond County better. So our focus is to make Richmond County better. Another thing that we actually implemented in Richmond County Human Resources is our employee feedback form, and we sent that to all employees, classified and certified. And with that being said, I also provided a handout for that, so they could have a copy of the survey. And we really wanted to hear their voice. We wanted to take a pulse check of the county. The superintendent and I were the only ones that seen the data, but we used that data to drive things that need to be done in our county, or conversations that need to be had. It was really, really strategic and intentional, because we wanted people to know that we cared about how they felt, and we wanted people to know that their voice mattered. I had people actually contact me and say, thank you for sending it out, or making me feel like I'm important. You do not know how many people in different districts feel so unvalued or so unappreciated. You have to make sure your employees feel appreciated, and that's one thing we're really proud of in Richmond County, because we make people feel appreciated. We know that we cannot do the work without them. Every person matters. Every person matters. So that's like a really, really big deal to us. Every employee, every family, every day, no matter what. Like, we focus on every employee, every family, every student, every day. And so the baton, we use the baton as like a way to remember this word. B is for brain, A is for all people, T is for together, O is for overcoming obstacles, and N is for navigating next steps. So if you put all of that together, bringing all people together, overcoming obstacles, and navigating next steps. So that's our focus, to always bring all people together, overcoming obstacles, navigating next steps. And using that baton, we're continuously passing that baton. We're passing it between human resource, school safety, our community, our school. I mean, that baton is always being passed, because we're in it together. We're not working in individual silos. Our focus is helping children succeed. Each leg is critical. Recruitment and onboarding set the tone for culture and expectations. Effective onboarding improves employee engagement, reduces turnover, and we have, the data to show that it does reduce turnover. School culture matters. Your culture matters. Clear expectations matter. Mentorship matters. Why recruitment matters? Effective onboarding improves employee engagement. And the recruitment piece is you have strong personnel in your schools making a difference for students. That's important. The staff wellness and retention, it builds trust and ongoing support. If you think about retention, you want those people that you're training to stay. So in order for them to stay, they have to feel valued. In order for them to stay, they have to feel equipped to do their job. So you have to make sure you have all the things in place to make them feel like they have what it takes to be successful. The regular check-ins, mental health resources, recognition programs, all of that matters if you want your teachers, your employees to be successful. Do your people know they are valued? Do they know they are on a winning team? That's important. Do they know they are on a winning team? They don't want to be on a team that's losing. So make sure you emphasize that you are on a winning team. We will accomplish any goal we put in front of us. So just have that mindset. Important to make sure people feel heard. All those things matter. Meaningful, honest, formal feedback provided in a timely manner matters. We want observations to be fair and make sure they are honest. If teachers or employees do not know how to teach, they do not need to be in a classroom. So if you have to evaluate them out, evaluate them out. We have to make sure also that policy matches practice. If there's a policy in place, we have to make sure we practice whatever that policy is. We don't make up policy. Yes, we can have procedures, but procedures still do not overstep policy. And when you're fair and you're consistent and people know that you're basing it on policy, it makes a difference. HR is not policy enforcement. We are people advocates. In crisis, our job is to protect the dignity of everyone involved while ensuring safety. HR is a crisis partner, clear, compassionate protocols. Empowering staff is important. Opportunities in place to empower staff like Central Office Highlight, shout out in newsletters, Inspiring Excellence Awards, Beginning Teacher Prize Patrol, pop-up visits from the superintendent and leadership staff. We are proud of our STEM Showcase, Black History event, and more provided for all the community, open event for the public. A quote by Simon Sinek: "The ability of a group of people to do remarkable things hinges on how well those people can pull together." So that is just so important, that people can pull together. It's not about you doing it alone. And that's what we discussed. Like, I was passing the baton to him. He was talking about school safety and district safety and support. And then I would talk about human resources. But you are not in it alone. And when you realize that and you feel empowered to do the work, and you know that you have someone backing you up, it makes a difference. Accountability partners make a difference. You are not doing this work alone. Consistent practice and training. Train people based on your expectations. Expect them to consistently practice what they learned. If you do not discuss the obstacles, how can you overcome them? That is the importance of ongoing, honest feedback. We all have room to grow. There is no perfect person. There is no perfect educator. We all have room to grow. The finish line is just the beginning. Pass the baton, share the responsibility, focus on every student, every family, every employee, every day. Do not doubt that you will not make it to the finish line. You will create action steps, believe in yourself, your department, and make it happen. Please, winning one race isn't enough. This is a marathon made of relays. We must institutionalize what works. And we said so much more, and I talked about specifically about recognition programs, but I really just wanted to make sure I go over what our presentation was about, because I was not able to videotape it.